and welcome to the Valley. Today I am your host, Janet Michael. I am sitting at a brand spanking, sparkling new place today, Art Again Thrift Shop. It is on Valley Avenue. I'm sure some of you have driven by and didn't even know what was hidden behind these doors. Misty Weaver is here with me. Many of you will remember her from previous shows, Real Estate Agent Extraordinaire. She's the publisher of the Old Townist magazine, which I got featured in, I'd say. Yes, very much. And because she has so much free time, she decided this would be a great idea. So, Misty, thank you for taking the time to educate me on what all of this is.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming by. It's very exciting.
So we're sitting here just a couple of days before people are actually listening, and you've not even been open but for a day,
24 hours? Yeah, basically 24 hours.
So what is Art Again Thrift Shop? Start with what it is, and then we'll talk about how you got here.
Yeah, so think about your normal thrift shop, but we focus on arts and craft materials and items that you can reuse in art that you may not have thought of. So we have right now a challenge material. So we get donations from the public and from businesses. So Paul Miller with Make Nest Interiors sent us this gorgeous box of carpet samples, and you can get one for free with your basket this month and make something out of it to show us how you can reuse these things that would normally just go to the dump.
I love that idea because art is in the eye of the beholder.
Absolutely.
And
so anything creative that you can do, and we've only been open 1.5 days, and people are telling me the things that they're getting and what they're going to do with them, and it's just so amazing to hear everyone's ideas.
It's really cool. I watch a lot of HGTV and a lot of these shows like Hometown, where she does these crazy weird art installations with the most random of things. And a couple of years ago, I saw where she had done one with the wooden embroidery rings where she just put fabric in them and then hung them on the wall as something. And so I went out and I bought a bunch of them. I got fabric. They're still hanging on the wall in the living room. But you just never really know where inspiration may come from.
Absolutely. Think about making a portrait of yourself using just random plastic pieces. So it's a really great way to teach kids how to do art and just be creative and not fall into the form of everyone creating the same thing. That's what I love. You can come in and you're creating your own thing with everything.
I joked with you when I walked in the door and said, please tell me this isn't what your basement looked like and that now you've just moved it all here. And you said no, but there are a lot of people that have basements that look like this.
Absolutely. We have gotten carloads of donated products from people. Even like your grandmother quilted, but you don't quilt, but you didn't want to get rid of all the fabric because you don't want to take it to the dump. You want someone to use it. And we lost Joanne's fabrics and crafts, so that was one of the impetuses behind this, because we all have items sitting in our house, even if it's not an entire basement full. We have craft items, we switch craft loves, and then we have these things, and now you have somewhere to bring them, and you have somewhere to shop cheaply when you want to start a new craft.
And you have quite a selection. So when we're talking about crafts, it really does run the gamut from taking home a carpet square and turning it into art to actual yarn, and you have paper, and you have Christmas decor. There is a lot in here.
Yeah, beads, jewelry. So if you're into scrapbooking, junk journaling, doing needlepoint, we have everything. And we even have a special bin of unfinished projects. So you can bring something in that you were working on and you realize now you're never going to finish it. And I had one purchase today, so you can purchase something, try a new crafts for extremely cheap, and you can see how they did it.
That's true.
So you can learn new things super, super simply.
I learned how to crochet several years ago.
Okay.
Thought I was going to be all gung-ho, make myself a blanket, and I realized I can't sit.
Okay.
And you kind of have to be still when you're crocheting, so I ended up with a scarf, which is fine. So it did get finished. But that's a genius idea too.
Yeah, so you can join, you can become a member, and you have a ton of benefits, and one of them will be member projects each month. So you can learn something new with the group. So we have a couple of larger unfinished projects, and this will tell you how crazy it can get. So we have a braided rug that is half finished that someone purchased in a rug shop that they set up specifically back in the 70s. You could go in, choose the size rug you wanted and the colors, and they would cut everything for you, all the strips and everything. So you got the whole package and you just took it home and built your rug.
Oh, like a kit.
Like a kit, yeah. So we have this giant rug kit. So we will have 1 month where we will finish that rug, and then we get to auction it off so someone can buy it, and then those funds will go to one of the arts nonprofits. So we're trying to make this a real community space.
That, I think, is one of the bonuses of the fact we joked earlier too that your real estate is your real job. That's your day job, and you're very, very good at that. So you're lucky in that you have that sitting over here in this bucket. So when you have a business like this and you have members and people are donating things, you're able to then make that work for these other art nonprofits, which I think is outstanding.
Yeah, and art nonprofits are usually, we're so small, we can't do everything. So we hope to be working together to do some larger events. We want to do kind of a craft off where we have teams and everyone gets a box of random materials and they have to do some theme within 30 minutes. We have a lot of fun events, but the other art nonprofits will be able to partner with us and actually be able to pull all the events off and have enough people and have fun together and raise money.
And we're sitting in a room at a pretty long table. So you have the ability, when you talk about having this once a month member come together to do a craft, you've got plenty of room here to do that.
Yeah, we have space, and this is the member room and the classroom. So if you are a member and there is nothing happening, this room is open. You can come in, bring your projects, just chill. You need to get away from the kids for a little bit. You can come in here and we'll have little groups like a sewing group and a junk journaling group. So you can come and meet with crafters who are interested in the same thing, share tips, learn from each other, and then we'll have paid classes as well. So if you want to learn from someone who really knows what they're doing. But also doing creative reuse stuff for those classes, using the products and the materials that are in the shop to make things. So
when it comes to donations, are there things, obviously anything art related, but that's also very broad. Is there a list of please don't bring us this?
Yes. So we do have a full list on our website of everything that we accept and the things we don't accept. So we're not a clothing thrift store, so of course anything like that. Household paint. We have those other thrift shops that are great for those things, so we encourage you to donate there. We have our full list of everything, and some of them are random things, bottle caps, little plastic pieces, things that you can't really sell as an individual item, but can be reused in some creative way in art.
Did I see a bucket of corks?
Wine corks? Yeah. How many wine cork crafts have we all done? There are more to do, I promise.
And that's also one of those things that even if you're not crafty, you feel like you should save them. And then once you have several dozen of them, then you're thinking, wow, am I really drinking that much wine? But then what am I going to do with these? Because I almost want to hide them from anybody else to know how much wine I'm drinking.
And if you look at the wine corks right now, they are almost all from like one brand. So we don't know if it was a company that donated them or someone was just having
how that worked exactly. Let's take a break. When we come back, let's talk a little bit more about members. How does membership work? Because there are different levels depending on how active that you want to be. So can we do that in the next segment?
Absolutely.
Okay, we're going to do all of that when we come back again. We're sitting at Art Again Thrift Shop. It is on Valley Avenue, directly across from Claudio's Pizza. I'm sitting here with the owner, Misty Weaver. We're going to come back and talk more about the cool, fun things that you can do, buy, and donate here in just a couple of minutes.
This Saturday, Henry Mueller will change the world. He has no idea that's what he's going to do. He only knows that he went to justserve.org and signed up to spend time at a senior center Saturday morning. As he browsed through service opportunities in his own community, he remembered the words of Paul to the Galatians, "By love, serve one another." Little does Henry know that Saturday morning he'll end up speaking to one senior in particular who hasn't seen his family in several weeks and is feeling especially lonely. Henry doesn't know the short time he'll spend with this man will lift his spirits, cheer his heart, and make his life just a little better. Through love and service this Saturday, Henry Mueller will change the world. See the difference you can make. Sign up for service opportunities in your community. Visit justserve.org.
Welcome back to the Valley. Today I am your host, Janet Michael. We are sitting at Art Again Thrift Shop. It is on Valley Avenue in Winchester, directly across from Claudio's Pizza. You can't miss it. Big sign's going to be going up in the next couple of weeks, so you don't have to pay attention to the title, auto, loan, whatever anymore. A much nicer, better business is there. Misty Weaver is the owner of Art Again Thrift Shop. She is sitting here having a conversation with me today. And Misty, I still just cannot get over the random things. Just looking around in this room, there's polyfill fiber, there are swatches of fabric. I joked about the corks. You have toys and things for kids to sit and draw and do as well. So you're not even just for adults.
No, yeah, you can bring your kids in. We have a craft bar, which will be opening, so you can reserve an hour and a half and choose anything from our craft bar cabinet and just have fun, create, take it home with you, so you can bring your girlfriends, have a little evening together, and just create.
We were joking when we sat down about glitter.
Yes.
So if I were ever going to do anything that involved glitter, I would have to leave my house in order to do it, or my husband would have a stroke. So this is a great outlet.
Yes, exactly.
And so it's based on memberships. How do memberships work? Start with that first.
Okay, so yes, so anyone will be able to shop in August, but you can join as a member. So first of all, you get a discount on anything that is individually priced based on your membership level, from 10% to 15% off, and that is every single day. So if you need to stock up, you can come in and get that discount. You also get to fill every month one of our fill-a-baskets. So the fill-a-basket system is for our bulk area. So you have your pom-poms, your little crafty craft sticks, those things, and then those random items that you can create something out of, like right now, our carpet tiles, right? So you get to fill a basket each month, so you'll always have things to create something new with. And that section is always changing because we never know what we're getting in a thrift shop.
Right.
So you definitely want to come back each month to fill that basket up, and it's free with your membership. So definitely do that. And then you get a certain number of craft bar visits every year. So you can come in with a friend, craft. You don't have to pay extra for that, which is fantastic.
I
so
like
the memberships really make a lot of sense if you love to craft and you know you're going to be coming in often. Absolutely look at the memberships. We'll also have a tool rental. We're not quite set up for that yet, but think if you wanted to try a serger machine, you don't want to go out and buy it. Well, you can come rent it here, take it home for a week, try it out, decide if you like that. Any new craft, like if you want to try carving tools, we'll have those. You don't have to go out and buy them. So you can just rent them with your membership included, take it home for a week, and then decide if you like that craft. So for us ADHD crafters,
Yes.
it's really great.
I know. I'm already thinking in my basement of all the things that I bought because I was gonna. But now I know what I can do is throw them all in a box and bring them here to you.
100%, yes.
And then your memberships vary based on how hardcore a crafter you are.
Exactly. And so if you join before August 1st, you can join for $50 a year. For our
Wow.
So that is an incredible value. 10% off all year long on anything. 3 craft bar visits and a fill a basket every single month. So it is absolutely worth it.
That is crazy. A year.
A year.
I saw that on the counter when I came in and didn't read it because I wasn't close enough to see it with my extra glasses, and I assumed it was a month, but a year is outstanding.
A year, yes. Yes, so those prices will be going up August 1, so make sure you join now.
And I like that idea too, giving yourself the first month and a couple of days to get acclimated, to let people know that you're here, and encourage people to come in and just wander around to see whether or not it makes sense for them.
Absolutely, yeah. And so all of our members, we have about 30 members so far.
Which is crazy.
It's amazing. Before we even opened, and all of them signed up online before they even saw the shop, except for one today came in just to see, and she joined within 5 minutes. So, if you come in and see, I think you'll see the value.
And then how do donations work? So when I joke, I'm not really joking about all the things that I have in my basement. Do I just randomly swing by and drop them off? Do you have certain days and hours that you're taking donations?
So we do have certain days and hours currently. They are going to be Sunday from 12 to 4. And that is just to give us, now that we're open and seeing how fast things go and what materials go, what we can accept going forward. So we're just going to have that one day for probably a month or two, and then we'll expand as we go from there.
And I would imagine on your website too, you may even have a list of here are things that we're looking for.
Absolutely.
Because if fabric flies out the door, if those carpet samples fly out the door and people really want more of those, you can ask and see who's got them.
Absolutely, yeah. Paul from Make Nest already texted me yesterday. I have more fabric samples for you. Okay, we just opened. Hold on. I'm going to let you know, though. We definitely have materials with our corporate people. We know what they have and how often we can get them, but everyone else we don't know. So it's figuring out what that system is and getting them in and being able to get them out onto the floor quickly is going to be the challenge right now. So we're working on all that whole thing.
Yeah, and is it just you?
So it is technically just me as an employee at the moment, although I'm not paying myself.
Been there, done that.
Been there. So I have a manager starting in August, and we have volunteers who are helping sort things on Mondays and Tuesdays. So we will have more volunteer options as we expand. It's going to be a pretty limited staff in the beginning.
And you're going to have limited hours to reflect that too, because you don't want to be open Monday through Friday, 9 to 9, and have to man this space. But it's also a lot of people work during the day, so that may not be the most convenient for them either.
Yeah, so we are starting Thursday to Sunday to see how that goes, and then we'll expand from there.
Donations can come from anybody, even if they're not a member. Is that right?
Yes, anyone can donate.
My wheels are turning, and this is probably going to be one of the few shows that my husband listens to. And when he comes home, he's going to say, "Yes, I approve of that message. Do you need some help in the basement? I'll hold the box."
I've had a lot of husbands helping unpack cars. They are very grateful. They are very grateful for the membership room because now their wives have somewhere to go and craft with other people, and they don't have to hear about it.
Yes, that makes it even nicer too.
Right? Yeah, and everyone has been talking to each other when they're in here, which is great. I mean, I really want it to be a community.
How did you come up with this idea to begin with? Because it seems unique, but at the same time, I don't know how many times I've said already, this is such a smart idea.
Yeah, so there were a few things. One of the things, I work a lot with other nonprofits and stuff and interview them for the magazine and everything. And Abby Gomez from Arte Libre said one time, I think we had invited her to participate in an event. She's like, we don't have the budget for materials to participate in every single event. I'm like, that makes sense. Joann's clothes. Everyone's like, where do I go get fabric?
And they had really good
They
prices.
have really good prices. Other fabric shops don't necessarily have clothing fabric and that type of stuff. We were all just talking, and we all have those materials in our home. They're just sitting there. If we had some way to shop each other's homes,
Unless you randomly run into somebody and it randomly comes up that you randomly have this thing that they're working on a project and they need, it would never happen otherwise.
yeah. So now there's a central place we can bring all the materials, and I have a whole list. People are like, hey, I do this. If you get these types of materials in, let me know. But those are great for the materials that you don't normally see somewhere. Lampshade making material. Where do you get that? So rather than having to order online, if someone has it and it's donated here, they'll have a spot to come.
Do you think that you may also expand into, so I'm thinking about all the projects that I thought I was going to do that I never did, that I would pay someone else to do for me.
Oh.
So I think maybe you should keep some sort of directory of who's willing to do projects for other people.
Yes, absolutely.
And here's the lampshade and here's the fabric. You make it look pretty and call me when it's ready. I'll give you $50.
Absolutely. We do have a little teeny tiny space that we are going to do. If you make art or something and want to sell, we will have a little spot so you can
That's a good idea.
And I'm hoping we can have a list of bigger items. I've had people ask, can they bring like furniture, cushions and stuff. We just don't have the space for that. But knowing that someone has it, if we know someone who needs it,
Right.
we're trying to figure out some way to attract that stuff. And then hopefully we just grow fast enough over the next 2 years that we can move somewhere bigger and do those bigger items.
Because this is a large space, but you've already filled it up.
It's pretty full, Janet. Yeah, it's been incredible watching. You don't know what's coming. You don't know how much is coming. It's been a wild ride. It's been super fun, though, going through all of it. I have to tell you, I have found that I love sorting buttons. I can sort buttons and beads all day long, which is amazing.
I bet it's very zen.
It is very, very zen. I think that's why people want to volunteer to sort, because I didn't get it at first. I'm like, you want to come volunteer and help me put all this together?
What?
Like, why? And now I understand.
That makes sense. And I can't imagine some of the things that you probably have gotten in that you're looking at going, I have no idea what this is or what it's for.
I'm going to have a post this week. Janet, you can see my stack over here.
Yes.
I I have asked people coming into the shop, we cannot figure out what these things are. So I think that will actually be fun for people to comment, even if they don't know what it is, how they think they would use
What they would do with
what
it.
they would do with it. So that'll be fun. So look for that.
That is interesting. And then when we're talking about all of the random things, like there's a tub out there that is a tub full of tubs. It is like storage containers. If somebody needs to organize their art supplies, those things are not cheap to buy, even at Big Lots.
Absolutely. Yeah. So come here, get a deal, take the stuff. That's what we want. We want it to go out of the shop and into your homes and be used.
I love that. And I'm also guilty of, even if it's not something I will ever use as a craft, like if I'm at someplace like Big Lots and I see a bunch of things for like 50 cents or for $1, I'm like, oh, I'm going to buy half a dozen of those. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I might need them one day. I could just buy them and bring them here and not even get them to my house.
Just like quick stuff.
Yes, that makes it so much easier. So we've talked about your website and your socials. Tell me what they are so people can find you online.
Yes, you can find us at artagainthrift.com, and all of our socials are Art Again Thrift, so it should be super easy to find us. But definitely follow. We're posting a lot of the fun things that we have in the shop so you can see, and right now I'm trying to put videos together to show you how to shop here if you've never been to a creative reuse shop, especially our fill a basket system and the bulk aisle and how that works. Just come in.
Oh yeah, and be prepared to be overwhelmed. I walked in the door and immediately I gotta go here and I gotta go look at this, and then you turn the corner and there's all this yarn. I'm thinking, maybe I could crochet again.
I don't know, like when I shop, I normally know what I'm looking for, and so I'm a very fast shopper. That's not gonna happen here. We had people lined up at 11 a.m. when we opened, which is amazing yesterday. It made me so happy. And they were here for at least an hour, just looking through everything. Every single person that has come in has been here at least 20 to 30 minutes. And I love that because you really do need to go through and look at everything.
I think that's also the nature of a crafter. It's being a yard sailor. You've got to look at everything because you never know what might be hidden under something else.
Yes.
So it's a scavenger hunt in addition to an art treasure find.
To make a scavenger hunt. Okay.
That would be a good idea. Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to go home and go through the basement. Now, don't be surprised when a lot of the things that I bring you are orange. Maybe we'll have to do a whole little corner this is, can you guess where this came from? And that can be one of your posts. But I think it's fantastic. I am wishing you all the luck in the world. I think this is great. And I think you are, I don't know, you might outgrow this place before your lease is up.
I have a feeling as well. We're trying to keep it under control. I think we will.
Awesome.
So.
Thank you for letting me just crash in and say and throw a mic in your face and say, oh my gosh, tell me about this.
We've done this quite a few times.
I know you have.
I'm always up for it. I appreciate talking to you.
I will be back tomorrow with a brand new episode of The Valley today, just a few minutes after noon, so meet me here then.